This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Aurora, Colorado. We're at American Top Team Altitude, the gym of world champion Bobby Lashley. Since 2009, Bobby, you opened up the doors here. What made you want to partner up with ATT and provide an elite gym for everyone?
It started out because I got into the fight business. After I finished my professional wrestling career, I got into the MMA business, and my first manager was down in Miami, so I was flying to Florida and staying there for weeks at a time just to get training in. And it was hard because I have kids, going back and forth. I said, if I'm gonna live here, I'm gonna build a gym. So that's the first thing I really wanted, is just to have a gym where I can stay here and train, bring some trainers in. But then people started coming in because they were looking through the windows and they were like, "Oh, Bobby, oh, the gym." And then I went from there to try to make it a little bit bigger. And then people just kept coming in. We actually were in a spot right down the street that was 10,000 square feet. And then we moved into this one that just accompanied more people.
Being a two-time world champion, national champion, U.S. champion, you know the importance. What is your philosophy of what creates a great gym?
I always said to have a great gym, it's the heart of the gym. If you don't have heart of a gym, you just have four walls. And four walls doesn't produce champions, it doesn't do anything for you. So as I was building the gym, I was bringing in some great trainers. Like one of my trainers there, he actually went to college with me. We wrestled together in college and he came through and he runs my MMA program. And then I have a jiu-jitsu, his jiu-jitsu instructor that he introduced me to, which is a famous jiu-jitsu artist named Renato Tavares. So he's a black belt under him. He came in, he brought his wife in, and then I just started bringing in just some great trainers. And from there, we just built a great staff. At the same time, we were building the gym, and then it all just kind of gelled together at the same time.
What's nice about this, we're talking about an elite gym that is not just for the pros out there. We're talking about a full family gym.
It's a real pro gym for everyone, because my jiu-jitsu coach is the same coach as teaching somebody that just walked off of the street. So they're getting the highest level of training. My boxing instructor, he was a multiple-time national champion. He trained a whole bunch of really high-level boxers. He comes in here and then he runs like a cardio kickboxing class for us also. So these ladies that never did anything before, they get an opportunity to just come in, try out a different class, and they're really getting trained by the best of the best. So that's what makes us different from most gyms. A lot of gyms, they have their pro trainers, and those guys only train the pros, and then they have some of their students or just other people train everyone else. But we just figure, if we're here, we might as well train everyone and stay.
There's got to be an advantage being shoulder to shoulder with some pros out there, guys that are taking it all the way. Not only that, but it inspires people to basically want to go further themselves, I'd imagine.
Yeah, we have so many guys that come in, and at first we ask them what they want to do, and they're like, well, I want to learn. And then I'm like, you want to be a fighter? They're like, yeah, I want to be a fighter. I think the best thing with gyms like this is it educates people to what they're seeing on TV. A lot of people watch the UFC and they're like, oh man, the UFC, this guy's bad, John Jones, Anderson. They start throwing all these names out and they sit there and watch it. What I try to educate some of our people in here is that you don't have to always, let's just go for the knockout and that's the only thing involved. Our guys are in here learning jiu-jitsu, they're learning the wrestling, they're learning everything else. So when they go back out and watch these shows, when they go down to the ground, they don't need the knockout to be fulfilled when they're watching the UFC. They can be really entertained by seeing somebody in a really intense jiu-jitsu battle down on the ground, and then how they break away in different takedowns. It's cool with our guys because when they go and watch, they get to sit with the coaches. Our coaches, we sit together and we all watch together. So they ask questions. They're like, oh man, okay, he's in a clinch up against the cage. What should they do there? And then we kind of explain it. So when we go back to practice, we're teaching them what they saw on TV.
And obviously they enjoy the sport more because when you're educated, you enjoy it more. Absolutely. But honestly, tell me about this facility, man. You guys got a lot going on here. You got a lot of activity. Kind of tell me how it's partitioned off.
What we did is we opened up a little bit more. I started up a Lashley's Fitness Foundation. It's a nonprofit to help some more of these kids, because we have kids walk by the door every day and I'm outside grabbing them and pulling them in. And some of our prices, in order to keep the gym established and keep it running, we have to set different price structures for our different classes and everything. And some people around here can't afford it. So with the people that can't afford it, what I do is I started my foundation where I'm able to scholarship kids in, and we look to some of the big businesses around the community to say, hey, we're doing something for the community. If you'd be interested in donating something and helping us out a little bit so we can keep bringing these kids in. We don't need the kids out on the street doing things and getting in trouble, and we don't need them sitting in front of a TV with the iPads and then the Xboxes and then all these different things. We need to get these kids out. Granted, it's inside here, but when I do some of my classes, we open up the back door, we're doing sprints, we're doing different things out back. So So everything that we do here, I make it enjoyable. Another thing that I do is in this community, you know, there's a lot of single parents around here. So what I try to do is I try to pair every adult class up with a kids class. So if you have that hour, a lot of parents are like, you know, I don't have the time to come and do it. Or what they do is they come and sign up their kid and they put their kid in there. As soon as they put their kid in there and have a seat, that's when I kind of like sneak over to them like, hey, why don't you come and try Zumba, or why don't you come try cardio kickboxing? So, you know, you have that hour, let's be productive with it. And we match them up, we get them a good price for the two of them to come, and then boom, they have a good time. So we have everybody doing it.
Not only that, but it's a great bonding for the parent as well, man. Better than talking about Xbox or anything out there. It's wonderful. Tell me about some of the classes that people are able to do.
So many. I usually come in the morning and I do like a conditioning strength training class. Those are for the guys that are fighting, because I have a lot of guys that are wannabe fighters and they're coming in here, so they're training to fight. So I do a little conditioning class for them. After that, we run jiu-jitsu in the morning, and then we have cardio kickboxing, we have boxing, we have everything from a boxing technique to a boxing conditioning class. And then we have kickboxing, we have a kickboxing conditioning class. We have strength training, we have CrossFit, we have kids classes, we have all kinds of different kids classes, from jiu-jitsu to your MMA, beginning MMA. We just have so many things involved. I mean, our schedule just keeps growing, and then some people come in, they ask for just completely off class. Tai Chi or something like that. I go and find the instructor and bring it. So whatever they need in the community, you know, I let them have. And I go to some of these other schools around here with some trainers that have a little school here that may not be doing too well, or it's just not really paying the bills. We invite them over. Bring your class over. Bring everybody over. We have a great facility. We have a lot of space, a lot of room. Come over here and do it over here.
Getting the feeling, Bobby, this is your gym, but really you want this to be the community's gym. They have a big input here, it sounds like to me. Obviously important what we're doing with our body, but what we're putting in our body as well. Tell me about what you believe in nutrition.
For me, nutrition is the world. I mean, I have a lot of different things that I try to bring to people. Some of the companies that we're working with, like Mix One, came in and they brought some protein in here, because the importance of getting something in, because a lot of people, they leave the gym after a really tough workout and they're not putting anything into their body. That's a big no-no in my eyes. So I have to always sit them and give different people counseling of what they need to take, what they need to drink, what they need to put in their body. That's one. I also work with this company called Meals in a Minute. And Meals in a Minute, they basically teach people how to cook healthy meals in a short amount of time. Like, I don't cook. That's my one downfall. I cannot cook. But with Meals in a Minute, it takes literally 4 minutes to do a great meal. So that's another one we bring in. One of my sponsors is Gamma O. Gamma O is more geared towards the fighters, but it's a natural testosterone booster. When you're in fighting and you're getting older, you know, our testosterone level drops down a little bit. They have a whole nutritional line that kind of just helps out the male athletes to be able to keep going and not break down as easy. We open our arms to so many people. Legends is a sports bar right down the street. We do stuff with them whenever we have kids parties. They bring over a bunch of pizzas for us, and anytime when there's a UFC or any fight, we send our guys over there to kind of do stuff with them also.
Excellent, folks. If you take a look at the bottom of the screen right there, you're going to see their website as well right there. So keep in mind, folks, it's an elite gym for everyone. We're talking a full family service, and I don't care if you're coming in to work out a little bit, maybe to come in and bond with your child, or you're going to take it all the way to pro. I can tell you right now, there's only a couple teams out there nationwide that can actually take you to pro level, and American Top Team is one of those. Bobby Lashley has put together a great gym. It's quite amazing. I've seen the growth just over a couple years. It's a great energy, and I guarantee you're not going to be intimidated. You're going to feel welcome when you walk through those doors. Speaking of getting started, how does it work here? Do you guys have memberships, or what do you do, Bobby?
We have memberships. Everything is a class-based gym. That just helps out with us. We don't want people just running around doing anything they want because injury and everything like that. So everything's class-based, but there's classes all throughout the day. And when you come in, you just fill out your waiver, just get client information, and then we let you try out anything you want for free. So we don't bind you into something before you try it. I'd like for you to go out there and get on the mat with one of my trainers to see what they have. And then after that, then you come back to me, you give me some feedback. If that's something that you like, then we put you in it. If you're not really set with that particular instructor, go try out somebody else. We'll find something that everybody likes.
Last thing here, what would you tell somebody out there who's thinking about, hey, I know I want to do this, but a little afraid?
You're a little afraid, you need somebody to kind of pull you in. Just walk slow, because if you walk slow, I'll see you and I'll go grab you and I'll pull you in. I've been to a lot of different gyms around here and around nationwide. They don't have that feeling of just being comfortable. A lot of times they go into these gyms and it just seems like, okay, fill out this paper, go talk to this trainer, and then there's no bonding here. Our guys will get together outside of the gym and do things. Like we ran Red Rocks not too long ago. So it's like we're welcoming you into a family. Some people are down here, they don't really have a lot of family around this area. They may have moved here for a job. They come here, they're going to find a family. They're going to have a good time here. And my door is always open. I have my office right here, and I always tell people come on in anytime and chat with me.
Folks, you got it all right there. Remember, that is American Top Team Altitude, located right here in Aurora, Colorado. I don't know too many windows you can walk by real slow, and actually Bobby Lashley will pull you in and talk to you about a great gym and possibly bringing you on board and enjoying something, which is working out, bonding, and getting healthy. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.